When you're finished with your project, the next step that you want to do is you want to publish it and share it to any group that might be used for your course, or any group that you might be using to collaborate with other people. So what we want to do is, if we are satisfied with kind of how our story map works, and in terms of publishing, this just means it makes it live. You can actually publish it and then continue working on it. So there is nothing that is stopping you from continuing work on the story map after it's published. It's not a set final version or anything like that. But the first step we do is click on the Publish button, and it's going to give us some options. It'll kind of give us an example of what it looks like if it's a quick embed into a collection or maybe a website. The first thing we want to do is set this to either organization or public. And this is just because if you're sharing it for grading or sharing it with collaboration, if it's set to private, nobody else will be able to see it. So I would recommend setting it to public just because it will require no login. The only thing is that this may be searchable in a search engine. So if you still want to have it locked behind a login, you can do it organization, and then only people at St. Olaf will be able to view your story map. So just for this example, I'm going to do public. And then search groups, we want to add it to a group in order for other people to collaborate with it, and also to share it to a ArcGIS collection. So in here, I'm just going to search for a group and add that to my list. And I'll hit publish. It will run a couple times, just check it for issues. It might tell you that multiple layers require permission updates. This happens if you create a map that has some data. That map has to also be the same permissions as the story map, otherwise the link might be broken. So what it'll actually do for you is automatically update permissions for everything, which is kind of what we want. So I'll do yes, publish anyway, and then it will just tell us that it is switching the permissions for these two maps in the story map. And then we're pretty much ready to go. Now if you go back to ArcGIS Online and check your group, you'll notice that the story map shows up in the list.